Welcome to FantasyFran.com, Sports Crazy Chris Barnes, and of course with me as always, Hall of Fame quarterback Mr. Fran Tarkenton.
You got a Titans jersey. What's those Eagles? He's an Eagle guy. He's a Northeasterner. You're down on the Eagles?
No, I'm not down on the Eagles, but it's a bye week, so I'm gonna take this opportunity to go ahead and support another team.
And you're supporting a good one there. The Titans are going to win.
Exactly. Well, we're gonna talk team defenses right now. You got 5 of your top defenses this week, 5 pretty good ones. Tell me about your first one, Baltimore.
Baltimore may be there for the rest of the year because they've got the best defense in football. They're consistent. They're playing Jacksonville, rookie quarterback. I like Blaine Gabbert. I think he's making progress, but they're clear number one. Green Bay ought to be an excellent defensive team. They're playing against Minnesota in the Dome. Christian Ponder is going to be the quarterback. I think that's a good move, but his first game, he's going to be nervous. I know they're the Viking. You can't turn the ball over. You got to be careful with the ball. And they're going to make him so nervous. If he can throw the ball 10 yards down the field with accuracy, it'll be a miracle. But the kid has a chance to play. I hope he plays well for them. Green Bay's defense is coming on there too. Dallas, St. Louis. This Dallas team should be 4-1. The only reason they're not 4-1 is Tony Romo. The only reason they would be 4-1 is Tony Romo and the rest of the team. Dallas's defense is playing really good. DeMarcus Ware, it may be the best pass rushing lineman in football today. They're playing St. Louis. Oh, too bad that St. Louis has got to play the rest of the games. But they're 3 defense. 4 defense, Pittsburgh. Because Pittsburgh's a good defense. They're a top 5 defense every week. Playing most anybody. Palomalu is going to play supposedly. They had the concussion system. They're going to play. He's important to them. They're playing Arizona. Key time for Kevin Kolb all year. I mean, is he going to break out and be a quarterback that you can depend on, or is he just going to be an also-ran? I don't know. But he's not a great quarterback now. I like that, number 4. Number 5, Tampa Bay is hard to figure. Really good young defensive line, really aggressive. Ronde Barber's still in the secondary. They give up almost, 50 points to San Francisco and come back and really pretty much shut down within reason as best you can. New Orleans, a great offensive team. They're playing over in London. I think by all the jet lag and the time change, it's harder on the offense than the defense because you got to think more on the offense than the defense. Don't tell defensive players that. But Chicago, I like Cutler playing the way he's playing, but they have one weapon, Devin Hester, and that's it. I think Tampa will play good defense and hold the game, score down, and I've got them number 5, and I like that.
Gotcha. Well, and the thing I thought was really interesting in that game, everybody saw that Sean Payton got hurt, tore his MCL, BCL, whatever it was. But what a lot of people didn't realize was that the defensive backs coach for Tampa Bay, celebrating an interception, ends up tearing his MCL or whatever it is. And then Ronde Barber is kind of forced to be the leader on the field and either relay plays or call the plays for the defensive backs, and he did a tremendous job, and they really, really stepped up in that game. So I agree with you. I think the Tampa Bay defense is a sure lock at 5. But I got to ask you, you've been really big on Detroit and Detroit's defense this year, but you actually have them outside the top 5 at number 7 this week.
This is a pivotal game for Detroit. They gave up over 200 yards rushing to San Francisco. Now, Frank Gore is good, but he's not that good. Detroit rotates 9 defensive linemen. And they've got the best defensive front 4 in football. They're not playing like that. They're not even putting the pressure on the quarterback that they should. I think this week is a pivotal game for the Lions. How are they going to move out? Are they going to come back from that defeat and really show something? Lock down Atlanta on offense. Stafford played with the same swagger he's played with the first few weeks. I didn't think he had that swagger. I didn't think their team had that swagger. It was almost like, golly, we're undefeated. And now we're playing at home and get beat by San Francisco? Not a bad team, but you shouldn't be beaten at home by San Francisco. Very pivotal game. They've got to show me, though, that they can play better defense than they have. They should. But that's why I've got them out of the top 5.
No, legitimate argument there. But these are your top 5 defenses for Week 7. You've heard it here first from Hall of Fame quarterback Mr. Fran Tarkenton. While you're on the site, make sure to check out our sponsors that make Fantasy Fran possible each and every single week. But join us next week when we bring you all the Week 8 top 5 defenses. And, of course, while you're here, check out all the projections and comments done by Mr. Hall of Fame quarterback Fran Tarkenton. So join us back here next week, fantasyfran.com.